Okay.
We're in live.
Cheers.
Here we go. Cheers.
Woo.
Hell of a production meeting for this show. I hope
Yeah,
it's
it
as
was
good as
great.
that. Wow. What's up, fuckers?
What's going on, motherfuckers? So there has been a lot of fucking news, and we need to do an updates to fill you all in because fucking hell. First of
Is there
all,
any other side of personal news that you'd have? Anything else? But
personal news?
we've shared the main news.
Yeah.
Um,
Now I'm lacking sleep, so we're doing this sleep deprived. So
that
we're
is
gonna
true.
probably go rambling a lot, but whatever.
That's fine. Do you have a curfew? I should have asked this in the production meeting. See, we're already
Uh,
off the shit we forgot to talk about.
we have exactly 2 hours and 2 minutes before I have to be back upstairs.
Okay,
So
perfect.
there we go.
2:02.
2:02.
We'll fill the gaps.
Yeah. But yeah, so other than that, I mean the chickens are doing okay, reptiles are doing
Chickens are
okay.
great. We got new chickens. As I was gonna say, you got a new rooster back
Got,
there. The
got a
new
new
fucking
rooster.
rooster.
Yeah.
Ah,
The old rooster will be called eventually before they migrate together. So,
yep.
it's going to be interesting. That's going to be interesting. Found out that
Are you
my
gonna
town
eat the
actually,
chicken?
yeah, I'm probably going to give it to my dogs, to be honest.
Yep.
And I found out that my town actually forbids killing chickens on your property, so
Mm.
that's gonna be fun.
Your town probably forbids a few things.
Well, I found that I'm in violation of like 16 different codes as I sit right now, so fuck them. They want me to pay them money every fucking year. Go fuck yourself. If I
You know,
want
you should
chickens,
send
I'm
your.
having fucking chickens. All right. It doesn't matter how
It's
fucking tall my coop is. It doesn't matter where the fuck it is. It's on my fucking property. And guess what? If you know I have chickens, then you trespass. So what are we gonna do about that?
yes. It's a
Come at me,
trespassing
bitch.
violation. They would have to. Yeah. There's a private road I believe that's next to you
It is
that
a
they can't
private
be
road right next
accessed.
to me. And the only way that you can see my chickens is if you go down that private road or go through my yard to my backyard.
Yeah.
So
Just let the man raise his chickens.
there will
Not to
be hell
mention,
to pay for the town that I am currently in because I'm not gonna just blast it like that. But yeah, there will be hell to pay for that town, and I'm already thinking about if I'm gonna stay here. I already told Ashley if we're fuck, that's a shot.
that's a that's an interesting.
I told T Rex that if I'm going to stay here, I'm going to war with the government because fuck this government.
That's the current government of like your township. You're saying, or just all of it?
Just all of it. I will probably
Yeah.
start in my town because that's where you get the immediate uh what am I trying to say? You get the immediate response of your own
Well,
life is in your town.
you
And
also have
then
your neighbors that you can rely on to
oh yeah.
like in your community. You know what I mean? In your community, it's a totally different vibe. So there's
Yeah.
obviously people that are there. You've told me that. I mean, obviously, to drone on about your own personal town, but I think in general, what the news has given me in the last few weeks is that fuck them all.
Fuck them all.
This is literally absurd.
For
It's
real.
it is fucking absurd. It
And
comes out by the hour. I didn't even send you the other one. Breaking news.
oh Jesus.
At- During the meeting, where they're all sitting at the table, Trump, his boys, BB, his Jews, Trump goes, well, we have to give more weapons to Ukraine. We 100% have to keep funding that war. They're running out. So like we're going to have to send guns there. That was about half hour, 45 minutes ago, I think, maybe an hour ago.
Everybody got played.
Hmm?
Everybody got played.
Do you like my hat?
I do like
It
your hat.
says Mulligan.
I love your hat. I The problem is the real problem, and this is going to be a great segue. But the real problem is our other choice was a fucking baffling buffoon.
There was no.
So
Well, I'm not going to say there was no good choices. There was, in my opinion, a more. How dare I say it? It was just more like obvious to me. And then it was just in 100. It's been 168 days. It's been mostly a lie.
yeah,
I mean, it's like there's been some things about it that have been successful. Basically, ICE. and the border. That's it.
But we're going off of their numbers. So is it? Because I still
Right.
see crime in my town. I still see crime in our city. I still see crime in LA. I still
Well,
see
that's
crime in New
not
York.
all
I still
committed
see crime
by other
every
places.
time I turn on the fucking news. There's still crime and they're still talking about illegal
Because
immigrants.
there's still also legal residents who are criminals.
Well,
Plenty
yeah, for sure. But
of them. Some of them are current legal residents of state penitentiary that are back out and they'll go back in. I mean, there's
come
just
back
a
out, go back in, come back out, go back in.
you know
Because that's
it's
their
crazy to
judicial
think
system.
like yes, and it's also our border before he came in, so we give him that.
Yeah.
But the overall just the other shit like that he said he's gonna do, no more forever wars, let's just start bombing Iran.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
send money. We'll send money over to Ukraine. We'll send money over to Israel. We'll fund everything.
Yeah,
Like
we'll
we'll
fund
literally
everything and we
we'll be the
won't
bank
we'll,
again.
yeah. And
You know,
again, this BBB bill is fucking. I mean, I understand a lot of the cuts. I get it, and I think they are due. But I don't see anything that comes out of this BBB bill that is gratuitous for me and you.
none, nothing. It's
Like
actually
I honestly don't. Like everybody on Twitter and everybody on the social medias, fucking whatever, are saying that this is transforming our financial structure, blah 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 blah. Well, if that was the case, crypto would be taken off already because it's Monday. It would have taken off on July 4th because crypto doesn't follow a fucking schedule. And the moment that it was fucking signed, the crypto would have fucking skyrocketed. So what the fuck's actually going on? So did
there's a
you just
lot of
bail
things
out
going
all
on.
of your corporate buddies again and
Yeah,
put it on the backs of us, and now we're just like $10 trillion in debt in the next 10 years? More?
it's it.
Because we're
They're
already
just
at 37 or 38
well, they're just
trillion.
moving. They're just moving the new source of debt to something else. That's all it really is. I
Listen,
mean, they're going to be taking.
I think they should fucking what they fuck monetize the debt. I think they should. That's fucking brilliant. Because then you gain something off of your own debt. But are they
No,
actually
they're
going to
just going
do
to
it?
continue spending. No,
Yeah, I think they're
no.
gonna monetize the debt by increasing the fucking percentage so that we have to pay more so that they get paid more. Yeah,
I
Trump's not
think,
taking a fucking check, but he's getting all his fucking buddies a goddamn check. What the fuck's
yeah.
going on? And
Where's
what
our
happened to
check?
all these Doge fucking motherfuckers? Where the fuck are they? And where are the fucking rules and laws that are fucking mandating that the Doge cuts stay in place? Where are those? And what the fuck is this tax on? I'm going off. I'm sorry. What
Hold
the
on.
fuck
I
is
was
this
just going to
tax
say they
on
probably
tips?
walked off with Elon. That's where half the Doge people went. They left and they're going to join the America Party, which we'll get into later. But
Yeah,
yes,
well,
continue to
okay.
rage.
But this whole tax on in this BBB bill, this whole tax on tips is capped at 12.5. What?
Mm.
And it's the first 25,000 or some bullshit. And you got to itemize your fucking tax return. And it's a tax return, not a no tax on tips. It's you have to file for it,
You
and
have to
maybe you'll get it
file it,
back.
and then it's like, oh, it's part of your income. Yeah, so you get
Yeah,
some of it back.
maybe you'll get it back. It's the government. We loan them money. That's what taxes is. We loan them money, and they pay it back
So they would give you a full
with no
rebate
percent
on
interest.
tips.
With no percent interest because it's the government, and we trust them. But
Hmm.
they also want you to do all the calculations for them, even though they know how much we owe them, but they can't tell us. They want us to figure it out themselves. Taxation
That's
is
a
theft. Fuck this
that's a
bullshit.
that's a dirty racket. That taxation, it absolutely is, especially when you're coming to
Bullshit.
income taxation. Which
Yeah.
there's going to
And
be.
and now
There's a
he's
lot
fucking
of
talking
changes
about
coming.
property tax being gone away with. How the fuck is that gonna happen?
Well, the big beautiful bill is changing the way that a lot of people are actually going to have to file taxes. I believe
What does that
there's
mean?
going to be some. I mean, everybody. I'll have to look into it. I'm watching a live webinar on it tomorrow. Actually,
My
um,
question also is,
it's
didn't we vote for him for no omnibus bills? Didn't he say he was gonna bring up one
dude.
bill at a time?
No, well, we also voted for him when it was other people that were involved with supporting him, which for me personally were more of the libertarianish leaning Republicans and conservatives like Massey, and now he's trying to primary Massey. So he lost that entire part of the base.
I don't really like
Pretty much
Matthew.
off the rip. I don't really care about him. Like, I mean, he's again, I don't care about any of them. But like when he's saying the things, it's like the opposition to it's like, well, like it is an opposing viewpoint. You basically just became the liberals, and I mean the biggest case of the entire thing, which we will probably go in depth about. But the Epstein thing and
Oh my
everything
god.
that comes across, I go, let's stick with the Ukraine. So you're sending shit over there. So
No
from
more world wars. We're gonna send
from
them
yeah,
guns.
so from that perspective, both sides should do something that you'd think would be standing on the morals that they had stood on for maybe the last, I don't know, 2, 3 years, however long the war's been going on.
Yeah.
It would be the left would be like, wow, wow, Donald Trump, he did something good. He actually is he's gonna send missiles to Ukraine. And then the right would be like, what the fuck? Wait a
Yeah.
minute. What the fuck? How did that happen? What the fuck? But what's really gonna happen is this. Trump's doing something he said he wasn't going to do. What a fucking fat loser. Fuck them. They fucking idiots. MAGA voted for that. MAGA's going to go, you know what? Yeah. I think we should actually fight Russia. You're
Oh
right.
shit.
Fuck, what
Hang
was I
on.
thinking?
I have something perfect that goes on with this, but give me 2 seconds because
What do you got?
I don't know her name and I'm gonna find it while I'm telling you this story. There was a doctor that was fired because of
What are
what's
you talking
happening in
about?
Texas.
Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of
So
people that have been getting called out for cheering on the deaths of young white
children.
girls. Yeah, kids.
Children.
They're sick. They're sick.
I guess so this
You should
doctor
find
went
a.
on
You
to
should probably
fucking
find the street post.
the fucking doctor went on to fucking Twitter or something and said, save all the women and children and or whatever of the liberals. All the MAGA people voted for climate denying climate change and they deserve what they get. Bless their
Yeah.
hearts. What? You took a
Yeah.
Hippocratic oath. Let me get here. You took an Hippocratic oath to save people. And now you're
Save
wishing
kids.
the
No,
death
no, not
of
even just
people?
people. Not even just
Like,
people. It's
not
literally
just people,
children. He's a
children. And
pediatrician.
you're a pediatrician. You're a pediatrician, and you're cheering on the death of children. What the fuck's the matter with you? Heart to heart. What the fuck is the matter with you? Hopefully she responds with the doctor's name, but she is not getting back to me. She is on baby duty. But yeah, that like, are you fucking kidding me? And what?
Yeah.
Okay, good segue, I guess. Sure. What the fuck is going on in Texas, man?
Mm.
What the fuck is going on in Texas? Because that ain't no normal bullshit. First of all, it's
You're talking
happened, I
about the
guess, like
skies?
4 times. It happened 4 times in the last like 100 years in that one place.
Okay. Okay. So that one place, first of all, I'm going to go into a little bit about what I've know or looked
Dr.
into.
Christina Propst, Propst. Blast that motherfucker.
Fuck that bitch.
Christina Propst.
Fuck that bitch.
What
Um,
the fuck?
fuck that bitch. So this Texas area, just for literal like sense of where we're at in
Yeah.
this flooding, I'll go high level. I'll go up there. Tinfoil, you know me. I'm in for the mods. But in just regular normie world, beyond just what's actually happening above, like this place was built on a fucking flood zone. So it's like you were asking
Oh,
for it
so it's New
eventually.
Orleans?
No, it's like it's just
Is
this
it New
river.
Orleans below sea level or some bullshit?
Well, yeah. Actually, and it's funny enough you said that because I got the New Orleans Cup here tonight. Iron
Oh,
French
so it's like
Quarter.
that one road by the lake here where it
You'll
was
know. I mean,
where it was built on the lake, like the landmass was built.
it's just in a.
You know
It's
what
no. It's
road
just
I'm
in a.
talking about?
I know. No. Oh,
The
that road. Yes, that road.
yes,
No.
that flooded like 4 or 5 years ago.
Mm. So there's a lot of floodplains near where we live. I looked them up after this happened. There's not. Mostly, if it's like wicked rain, should be fine. But I think I'd have to imagine a lot of bridges and connecting streets in certain areas all along the lake will go if the lake ever swelled enough to even be worse than it was the last time it swelled because of mismanagement. Because New York fucking sucks, and so does Canada. But anyways, Just think of this. Okay, back to the point. Flood zone camp for kids. Okay, so this place floods. It's on a map. It's literally on the map. This where it's the town flood zone. It is right. The camp is right there. It's right on the river. So it's like if it ever swells, it's
You're
going to
fucked.
flood the shit out of it. Yeah, it probably had flooded in the past, and they're like, it never got bad enough that we'd ever thought people would be swept away. It
Yeah,
surged 28 fucking feet in a matter of an hour. So
that's
now
normal, right?
I'm not. Yeah. So there's what's interesting to me is this is the first time I've ever seen this reported on an actual news site, and you can look them up. I think it's literally called Rainmaker Inc. or Rainmaker CEO. Um, he'll probably testify in front of Congress at some point. He owns a company that is proudly, I believe he said, making a habitable planet is their tagline. A cloud seeding company that was running things out in that area about 3 or 4 days before. And he said when they saw the system or whatever was going to happen, he said we called them all back. We knew it was going to be bad. What do you mean? If you knew it was going to be bad, then what else did you know? Did you
Yeah,
fucking do it?
and
Did you
and and
fucking do it?
and why didn't you let everybody else that was in the path know?
Well, they did. Okay, so this is where it is. Also, there needs to be investigation all the way through. The guy who ran the camp is gone. He
Died.
washed away. Yeah, he washed
Yeah,
away.
trying to
So,
save children.
well, that's what they say. Um, I mean, I'm assuming if he's a good enough guy, then yes, I'd like to believe
Are
that
we
story. But
going
does
way
he
down the
know?
rabbit hole?
I'm just saying, does he? Yeah, like, does he actually? Do they
Like,
know
is
that?
that
Or like
camp really a good camp, or
everything?
is it
Yeah.
a
I mean, who
okay?
who knows? Who knows?
We
I'm
could go
not.
down
I'm,
that. I
I'm
mean, that's a
saying like
conspiracy. That's a
there's a
tinfoil.
million different things that don't make sense about what happened there. Why the camp was there. There's just more to learn about it. From
Are there
what
tunnels
what
underneath
I
this camp?
gathered, I'm not going that far. There's what I've learned about is like the whole thing about how he died saving. Maybe he did, but to me it looked like they're like he probably did. Like he most likely this is how he went. I
He was
wasn't
just
even about
shot up some heroin in some
yeah.
shed and just got washed away like everybody
He
else.
yeah, he was
God
no, he
rest
was
his soul.
old.
I'm
He
sorry I
was
made a joke. God rest his soul. Hopefully he was
he
saving
was
children and not shooting up heroin.
he's an old Christian that if you want to believe the good, Christian people of the world, which I normally usually do, he probably did. But why were they not evacuated hours before that happened? Like get them all out
No
of there.
way. Yeah.
Like go, you're in a flood zone and they're calling it like this is the second largest one we've ever seen. Get out. Like literally get out. He was like stood by his we've been here for 50 years. We'll never be taken down. Not even the flood of 87 took this place out. Nope, not leaving. And then all of a sudden, a wall of water.
He
Just,
said he
and
wasn't leaving.
well, you would have left. Like, I mean, maybe, this is what I don't
I thought it
understand.
was they were waiting for the buses or something and the buses never came. I thought that's what it was. I don't know. I don't know the actual story to be honest. I just saw that I saw all of the time lapses of the fucking video of the flood coming in, which is fucking
Yeah.
kind of making me sus. But
How it came in that fast.
not even how it came in that fast, but how many different angles of and how many different ways you can see this river flood. It is quite astounding. I mean, I get that it's a disaster. I get it. But there's a lot of fucking videos out there. And AI is a thing now.
Yeah. Oh, no, I know. You don't know what you're looking at.
You don't know what you're looking at. You could be looking at the fucking river flooding, or you could be looking at
Uh,
Moses parting the fucking river. It's the
I
same
almost,
fucking video.
I
Like
almost did the same thing you did, where I had to take a shot for my wife. But I think it was either earlier or yesterday. Bear showed me a video, and it was like a cat doing like taking selfie, like doing like different random selfies during the day, and it looked like someone would put their phone right in front of the cat with a certain camera angle on it, and did this whole long like video. And I'm like, it's probably AI. She's like, no, I think it's probably just someone's. I'm like, no, that's it's pretty
Probably they are.
realistic. Like someone probably made that with AI, and they're crushing it, making it look like an actual video that they took this whole like production to do all these random things with the cat.
Yeah.
Like that's probably AI. And she's like, I don't believe it. I'm
Well,
like,
like
well,
the
you're
fucking
gonna be pretty freaking easy to easy to fool.
well, the fucking okay. So you know the videos that are coming out now where the kid slides something across the desk and it lands in its spot, like the wood is cut out and it lands in and it sinks down.
No, is that a
Okay, so
TikTok
let me
trend?
paint the picture for you. He's got a little thing over here. He releases the lever. They slide down this slide across the table, and in the wood of the table, there's like cutouts of specific shapes that he just slid down,
Oh,
and he's
okay,
trying to
yes,
get them in and sink down into the table, right?
yep.
One dude, I don't know who the fuck it was, posted and said, "This is fake," and showed him with like a ruler just pulling something and just like reacting to it, and then showed the AI video. I was like, if you couldn't tell that was fake from the beginning,
You're
just get off
you're
the
out of your.
fucking internet. Get off the
You're,
internet. You are not equipped for this level of technology, and you need to quit now. Go get yourself a hoe, and I mean a garden
uh,
hoe, not a hoe on the street. I almost said the actual street out here. Uh,
what do they say? What do they say? A Caddyshack line. Well, the world needs ditch diggers too.
yeah, right. I also found out a interesting fact. If the amount of people that die in America is legitimate, one in like I think 6 men would be grave diggers. I don't know a single one, so that's interesting. Just a matrix kind of thing. We live in the matrix.
No way.
How many new grave sites? How many new graveyards have you seen open up with the amount of people that are dying in this fucking country?
Well, people get cremated.
Okay, like a third of the people get cremated.
Mm,
Statistically. So
I
two
mean,
thirds of the people that are dying, which is like I think 7 million a day, or some bullshit. Maybe it's 7 million a year. I don't know. That's a lot of fucking people. A lot of people die every year, and
7
no
million a
new
day
graveyards are
seems like a
being made.
lot. Yeah, that is very true. That's a bit of a in the matrix type. Like where do they all go? Where do
Or are they being sold like the aborted fetuses in Planned Parenthood? Oh,
Well,
well, we won't go
there.
there. That's teen.
I mean,
That's tinfoil.
the I mean, that's not funny. It's actually awful. Where they said that a woman was either wished that she was cremated, I believe, or a body donated to science or something like that. It's an old lady,
Okay.
and someone bought the body and like blew it up
Yeah. Yeah.
for like a test.
That's what they do.
And it's
They're
like for
crash test
science,
dummies.
it's like, oof, man. I mean, just
I'm
just
gonna.
the
I'm
whole
gonna
thing of like what
shoot.
happens after, it's like it's literally in the hands of a very few
Oh yeah. I
people.
want to
Just
dedicate
know
it to
that like the,
science.
the funeral
Okay.
homes, everyone else is a very close. The
Yeah.
death industry is an interesting, very close knit. Like any given funeral home in a general area, they all know each other.
Oh
They
yeah.
all talk. They all, if
Oh yeah.
someone's like, "Hey, I got you. I can't. I need someone to embalm this damn thing."
Yeah.
They're
Why
like,
does
"All right,
that?
ship it over there."
And why do you embalm with formaldehyde? That's not needed.
For an open casket, it would be.
Yeah. Formaldehyde's pretty
Unless you wanted
nasty
to,
too.
unless you wanted to be rotting in your
Well,
open casket.
yeah, but there's other things. It's not just formaldehyde. Formaldehyde's pretty nasty and it fucks up your insides. I know you're dead and it doesn't really matter, but
Yeah, at
I'm
that point, you're just
things.
trying to look neat. I've told this. I believe I said this to Bear and everybody else that I've talked to, even the buddy that I know who owns the funeral home around the corner. I
The
said when
fuck?
it's
I
all,
didn't know that. We need him on the
oh yeah,
pod.
I said, oh, he would be great. He sent me a snap earlier. Well, he sends really good ones. His big thing is fresh urinal cakes. He goes, "Why do you keep getting best ratings about your funeral home?" He sends it every time he changes the cakes. He tosses them into the urinal and just goes, "Thumbs up." Just fresh cakes, thumbs up. Just top rated, whatever, and funeral home, and it's just why is it? Why do they say it? Fresh cakes.
Yeah, we need to have him on. That's awesome.
He's told some good stories. I've seen a snap of him in the dark after like being out with him at the bar. He's like, I gotta go to work. About 1 in the morning. I was like, oh, then Opens it. It looks like a freaking Star Wars, like Darth Vader rising up when he's first putting on the suit.
Oh,
And
Jesus.
yeah, it's got a good dark sense of humor, obviously. But I told him back in the day, or whenever, I said, when it's my time, they don't need necessarily have an open casket, but lay me out on a table one more time.
Of course. Of course.
And then at the end, just break it and tuck the sides into the hole and then throw the dirt in.
Jesus Christ. We'll
My
have
one
Poyer.
last
We'll have
ode.
Poyer go through you and the table.
Jordan Poyer, you got to take another
Ah,
shot, man. You are
fuck.
absolutely fucked. It's like, honestly, the fatherhood brain in you has gone like,
Oh,
takes
dude,
up
it's.
takes up everything.
I couldn't even fucking gather a sentence earlier today, bro. You're lucky I'm going as far as I am today.
Yeah, it's tough.
What did I want to do?
SP sent me a video of him like literally just laying there, like eyes like open, but like every so often they would like twitch and like fuck it, give it that. I'm like, yeah, you're going through it, pal. I just didn't want you to drink alone.
Are you using your bottle as a kickstand?
Absolutely, I do it every week.
Jesus Christ.
Let's see. What else did Trump not do or do that he said he wouldn't do besides the Epstein thing? What
A
else have you
lot.
not had what else have you just felt non-fulfilled with? What else is like just
Accountability.
yeah, I mean, kind of the whole COVID
Accountability is a
thing,
big
but
one for me because I was raised as I have to be
actually,
accountable for
hold on a sec.
myself.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'm not going anywhere. You can still keep talking. I'm just gonna go pack myself a bolski.
You know what? As I'm telling this story, I'm gonna fucking hit a bull or yeah, whatever. Uh,
Oblonsky.
yeah. So I was raised to be accountable of myself. So accountability is pretty big for me. And when you're running on such a thing as accountability, you kind of need to be accountable. And
Yeah.
right now, nobody's being accountable, and nobody's being held to their accountability. And I know I just said that along a lot of times, and now it's kind of lost all meaning, but it's fucking true.
No, well,
Where
the
the
other thing
fuck?
is like, where's the consistency?
Yeah,
There's accountability.
where's the arrests? Where's the bullshit that we know has taken place within our government because of Trump and Doge have fucking said it? Where the fuck are the arrests? Where the fuck are the treason records? And
Shit.
now everybody's saying, oh, the sealed indictments are going to come out. Fuck you and your sealed indictments. Let's get some fucking hard shit out there and let's get all of these Congress people to alligator Alcatraz. Because what the fuck? You're all treasonous hoes and you need to fucking die by hanging. That's what the
You,
fucking thing of treason is.
yeah, but you
Sorry,
don't
that's what the
understand.
fucking shit is.
I've said this from the very beginning that he was never going to be able to get that class. He just can't. He's a part of it. like
Evidently, that's what's
I want
pissing me off even more.
I wanted to I don't know. I wanted to believe it was like, all right, maybe it is. Maybe they'll really come for it all. And I go, but the problem is, I go, even from back in the middle of 2024, when I was really thinking that Trump was going to win was because there wasn't too much craziness. It was just the fact that it was like, dude, like everything coming out of the old man's mouth or this other chick is just, it's just shot. Did you just leave?
No, I'm still
What?
here. I'm still here. I'm still here.
Oh, I
I don't know
lost you
what the.
there.
Yeah, my fucking camera just turned off. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Yeah.
Well, I'll go on a little soapbox for us real quick. The summer of 2024 was still normal enough so that I didn't really think like they were probably backdoor deals, backdoor deals, backdoor deals, backdoor deals. Basically saying to Donald Trump, look, say all this shit. We obviously have to look like we hate you. But when you do win, and we'll let you win. I like that. How do you like that term?
I like that term.
We'll let you win. And then you still have to keep this thing going, cover that up. Don't look into this. Do this, and that, and then you'll be back, Johnny. You want to come back? And he was probably just like, "Fuck it, sign me up. I'll be the best goddamn actor this entire. You guys can even try to shoot me. Just go ahead. Just tell me where it is. Tell me where you're gonna try to shoot me. I'll duck."
We're
I
gonna
just
go with what was it? Butler, PA.
yeah. So there's a nice little spiral for you there that maybe makes more and more sense now. And I haven't really. It's not a totally original thought of mine. I mean, I've seen people talk about that recently, being like, "Man, it really seems like this might have really just been the beginning of been like, yep, we're all gonna kind of like go with this because it makes sense." What's going on with your cam over there?
I don't fucking know, man. This thing's bugging out. I'm not gonna touch it. It's good
I
now.
see you. I see you there.
So yeah, I don't fucking understand like all of these things. I'll fucking day one. You said day one things were gonna fucking happen, and sooner or later these things have to come to fruition, or people are just gonna fucking start rioting, and that's what I'm calling for.
Okay,
Because
so
fuck you. Like at
yeah,
this point, fuck that. Fuck the Democrat Party because they're fucking lying assholes, and fuck you because you're a lying fucking asshole. So fuck y'all. And I understand that Elon wants to make his own party, but he's a foreigner, so fuck him too. How about we make
yeah.
our own party called the Revolution Party, and we just say, go fuck yourself. We're not paying taxes because we're not paying your fucking loaded salaries. You need to go fuck a duck, and we're gonna do it our way.
Okay, well, let me ask you this honestly: how do you think a some type of revolution like that could possibly get started? For real,
Uh, for real,
for that many as many people. Now, keep in mind, like people want to go all 1776.
we need to.
How many? Yeah, but how many people were even here in 1776?
That, but see, that's where the mind fuck is already implanted in you. It doesn't
What
matter.
mind fuck? No, it's just
I
rational.
get what you're saying that the
There's a
fucking
different way of
numbers
communication.
100%, but the numbers don't fucking matter. If we have enough people together within this country, we can do massive things. And
Yes.
whether it's not even fucking military grade bullshit, or we get fucking 300,000 people to just stop paying their taxes, that'll
Well,
cripple the fucking system.
I truly think it would be a tax revolt.
Yeah,
But
that's the only way that I think it actually comes to fruition, because nobody's gonna bring up their fucking arms. Nobody's gonna go out with guns because they know they
I
got
think we
fucking
missed our window.
F-16s and shit.
Yeah, I think we missed our window.
Yeah.
I think our window was 2020 or early 2021 because now
Well, I mean,
the
they
power of
tried.
AI and the changes that have been made to everything in the last like 3 or 4 years, um, they've tested that probably out pretty well with the whole Summer of Love 2020 thing.
Well,
What
that's what
I
that was
think,
the kickstart. The kickstart was for us to join those fucking hoodlums. That's what it was supposed to happen, or at least
yeah,
in my mind, is we were supposed to not necessarily join what they were doing, but join in with the revolt of what the fuck is happening. They
yeah.
took it too far and started destroying businesses and shit, where we needed to go out and take to the streets. We need to take to the
I just
streets
said it
now
was.
and just say, hey, fucking don't pay your fucking taxes anymore.
Yeah, I was gonna
Claim
say it was just like
fucking nine
It was kind
and
of like
don't pay your taxes.
misplaced. It was a little bit of like misaimed or whatever, like attention towards certain aspects of it, which is still the
Yeah.
case now. I'm telling you, there's so many different things that people why they have like what is it what the fuck they call them? I'm geeking now. I took literally one freaking hit of that thing and I can't even think of a basic word. Talking points? No. What is it like your stances, your platform? It's kind of like
Platform.
the platform. So basically, like the the issues
Okay.
that people talk about, like political issues.
Yeah.
There's so many of them, and they rank them, and they're like, what was the main political issue that everybody like kind of like led into the last election or something like that? You know what I mean? Like, or like, why did this demographic seem to have this most important political issue? In 1776, there was like one issue, one.
Taxation
Yeah,
on tea.
it was that and the fact that they had no representation.
Yes.
Taxation without
Without
representation.
representation.
They were not really free. They were a colony. They wanted freedom. They wanted
Yes.
to not be a colony anymore. They wanted to be a country. So that's really easy to get everybody either in on one side or out on one side because there's only so you know what I mean? There's not a whole lot of variances to it.
Yeah. Do you want to be
Nowadays,
free or do you want to be under the king's rule?
right.
I
Nowadays
get
you
what
get
you're saying.
You know what I mean? Like nowadays, it's like, well, what's your fucking beef? It's like, well, I'm a fucking anti-intifada, whatever. I'm a this, I'm a
Yeah,
that. It's like it's literally everything. They have these protests for just everything. They
yeah.
were really only protesting a very few finite things back then. They were regimented. They were also not surveilled as much as people are now. So like you have to understand like the level that it's gone from where 1776 was. It was really back then, even though it was kind of it was a country against us. It was also a bit of a civil war because there were people that were loyal to the British here at the same time.
Loyalist.
Yeah, loyalists. They lost. They lost. They moved to Canada.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
And look how they're doing.
well,
51st
I'm
state.
I'm I'm pretty much one of them.
I get what you're saying, and that there are
It's just
so
difficult to
many
funnel.
issues. There's so many issues, but I think that's also what can bring us together is that there are so many issues, and there isn't a public discourse to get these issues heard anymore. You want to say Twitter is like that, but it's not. People are still getting
It's just
banned for
people
whatever the fuck
arguing.
they say, and we really need to get the fucking Jews out of government. That's really the fucking problem.
APAC, dude. Just give them their own, lobbying firm. Just call them APAC.
Fucking Jews. All right. The Jews need to get out of our fucking government. Israel is not our greatest ally. Israel sucks. They have the most fucking pedos per capita. So maybe we don't do business with fucking Israel.
Did you
Maybe
did
if
you
you have
find it
more
odd?
pedos per capita in your country, we don't do business with you.
Let me ask
Maybe
you this.
that's a good stance to go on for president. Hey, you're a pedo. You ain't getting any of our shit no more.
Oh no,
Money,
no, no. Now they're
goods,
they're good.
nothing.
There are none. There are none. It died with Epstein. There are none other. There's no client list. Ghislaine Maxwell was arrested and is still imprisoned.
Still
Imprisoned.
in prison
She's
for
still imprisoned for trafficking kids to no one. And now there's surveillance tape that's clearly AI. I don't know if you saw that.
I
That
didn't.
the government literally released and said this is the surveillance tape. He was in there by himself. There's also a full minute missing, and it was uploaded onto TikTok by somebody else. They said this is AI generated. The cells didn't match up from the pictures that they posted when he first committed suicide. Um, they bungled the shit out of this, and I find it interesting that this all happened the day before Netanyahu got here. Hmm. Things that
That's
make you
funny.
go, hmm.
Now I hear that Iran's going to be releasing like so many gigabytes of data that they stole from Israel.
I'm not
I
sure
cannot
I've heard that
confirm
one.
nor deny that, but that's what I've heard.
First,
Is
I
that
have heard of it here. That's interesting.
so? I heard it in the next 24 hours could be enlightening, and maybe our government was trying to absolve itself before the shit really hit the fan.
Yeah,
My problem is take that shit head on, and we respect you a lot more. Now we're going to hear it from a third party, and you're going to be fucked. Now there's going to be a revolt if it shows that fucking all of the Congress people were on that fucking list, and this data dump actually dumps. Everybody's going to be fucked, and they're
and
going to
like
cut the grid down.
to quote one of the greatest comedians, and it's just an totally off reference term, but it just makes it funny to me. Is that there's a certain amount of politicians that are oddly quiet.
Interesting.
Hmm. Let's think of this for a minute. We have a total mass things happening at 4 times. This is why we do updates on humanity, okay? They hit us with them boom, 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 boom. Thank God for Disclosed TV and all the other accounts that follow this shit because I wouldn't fucking know about them.
Yeah, no
Like,
shit.
they're doing the God's work. And literally, so I'm like, okay, all this shit is happening at the same time. Texas floods, okay? You got the whole Epstein trial thing happening at the same fucking time. You
Well,
also have
the
this
trial's
now.
actually not happening because
Oh
evidently
no, it's done.
he's
Or
just a
yeah, it's
pedophile with thousands of fucking victims, but
right.
there's no fucking client list. He's not blackmailing people. Ghislaine Maxwell did not get convicted for trafficking people to
No,
high
she
profile
to
cases,
no one else.
and
There's nothing.
the
There's nothing.
list
Go
is
look.
fucking absolved for like 70 fucking years, so
Yeah,
everybody could
they
die.
take the file. They take the file and they go
Yeah.
closed.
Yep. Done.
Case closed.
Case closed.
Over. Most obscene thing I've ever seen in my life. It's just obscene. And here's the real kicker.
I don't know if
All of
that's the real
this,
kicker. I'll give you another kicker too.
all of this going on at the same time as Netanyahu is here, as we're
Yeah.
saying we're not sending weapons to Ukraine, and apparently things are going around that we're about to grant mass amnesty to like the aliens. That is the most hush hush, and it's circling. What do you feel about that?
Uh, what? What? For
Who's in
what?
town right now?
For what reason?
And what's being thrown under the rug?
I don't know. What the fuck are you talking about? Who's in
It's
town? BB's in
brother.
town, right? Okay.
Yes.
So
Here's
we're
step
getting
one.
thrown.
Before I get there, make sure that whole list, this whole thing, obviously we all know at this point, it's been proven in other I believe court cases that he was Mossad or that
Oh yeah.
just
Oh yeah.
Ghislaine Maxwell's dad was like in Mossad or something like that, or was like
Yep.
very well connected with them all. So right before I get there, make sure that's completely closed. Um, you're gonna
Fucking
pretty much
Jews
go.
again.
You're gonna pretty much go back in everything because we know that you're in them, and that if we're gonna name everybody, you're gonna get named too, buddy. Um, we're then gonna go ahead and give every single thing that you said you weren't gonna do because there's your embarrass ritual. You're gonna go back on everything, and the final kicker, Donnie, that we're gonna do to you, you're gonna give mass amnesty to everyone from the Middle East to stay in your country because we don't want them back there. How does that sound? Cheers. Let's
I
see
need
if
to go
that
to
one
a
comes
red
true.
state.
Let's see how that one goes through.
If that one goes through, this country's fucked. We already have okay, not to be that guy, but and not that guy, but to be that guy. Um, we have a Muslim that might be the mayor of New York City. Less than
Well, that's
fucking
fine. It's fine with that. That itself is okay, but it's just the radicalism socialist that gets me.
it.
That's like,
Yeah, he's a Muslim. That's what
yeah,
Muslims are, bro. Like
not all of them. I mean,
most most want Sharia law and just fucking cover your women, and I can fuck
no,
anything that
okay.
walks. That's what
So
fucking most of them are.
most over there, over on the other side. So ones that are from there, yes. But there's people that have defected to come here because they don't want that. They want to live the normal American life.
100%. And if they got
That's
their
what I'm saying.
papers right,
So if
they
he
should have
was
been here fine.
right,
But
well, that's what I'm saying. Like there would be people that have been like in government that are basically American, but they're Muslim.
this dude was here 5 years ago or some bullshit.
Yeah, no. He's
Fuck
he's
this guy.
from he's from like I think he's from like Uganda or something like that. Yeah, which is weird because he's like Indian Muslim from Uganda by way of New York City is now going to be the mayor. Um,
Still not for sure. Eric Adams might come through. I don't know
well,
how, but he
I'll see
might.
what happens. We'll see what happens with that whole
We
thing.
need Hochul out of there.
There's a
That's
long time till New York or long time till November, which not really, but I don't give a fuck. Um, yeah, that guy is going to be rattling some feathers. Now, let me ask you this. Interesting that you brought that up because last time that we talked about this guy, we were like, what happens if the financial institutions that are in New York City are like, fuck this, we're leaving? And where would they go? So I think I recently saw that Austin, Texas was like known as like a where they were all
Haven.
going down to, like a haven. And this is probably just a hit piece. So you could take this one way or the other, but they're saying like it was supposed to be popping off. Like companies were going to be moving there. And they did. They moved from Silicon Valley and all these other places to Austin. But they're like, it's not, there's a lot of infrastructure problems. There's not really like it's just not as much as they all thought. Like during the COVID it was great. And they're like, this made it good. I think it's gonna shift. I seriously think it could potentially shift to Nashville as companies start
It's an
trying to
up and
get more
coming
central
town.
away from water, away from the coast, just
Yeah.
like inland, like or away like from the border. Austin's pretty close to Mexico. Like, I
I
just
would think
if
they
they
would go to
centralize it all in
I think it would go to more of the mountains for
Denver,
data storage.
That would be well. I think there'd be fractions. Man, we could really get into the weeds on this one. Um, but like if there was real fractures, I think if you're looking at like a post-apocalyptic, movie type map, you got like your Denvers because like think of like all of the coast just being caked off and the water being just and
You're a
you'd
mile
have
high up, man. You're good.
yeah, that's a great spot to be like we own the West. The whole frontier is just
Denver's up and coming too, like a motherfucker.
oh, big time, big time. They got a lot. There's a lot. I mean, there's people moving out
And
to
they're
Montana.
democratic, so I don't know.
I mean, uh, the big thing is like the coastal elites. You know, the allure of a New York City and LA is not really the every person's dream anymore. No one wants to live there anymore.
No.
It's you know what I mean? Like no one wants to do that. Like they ruined it. They
Yeah.
had their run. Whereas literally it's straight up from the movie what is it? Fuck. It's Coming to America
Yeah.
with Eddie Murphy. And they're on the plane over. Goes, oh, we're going to America. There's so much space. So where should we go? New York or LA?
Yeah. It's fucking
It's
ridiculous.
one of the greatest jokes of all time. It's fucking whatever his name was. Oh god, I'm too geeked. I'm gonna hit the fucking thing again, but I can't remember anybody's fucking name or anything at this point.
Eddie
Anywho,
Murphy?
um, the other guy, Arsenio Hall.
Oh,
I'll take a hit for that. But yeah, it's true. The
that'll help.
coastal elites, if they're moving it, I saw Austin. I think it makes sense in Nashville. I said that last time. I don't know where else you would
Roanoke,
potentially swing it.
Virginia.
Yeah, DC. That's the only there's like there's not a lot of hurricanes that hit DC. They say it's a natural occurring phenomenon.
All major storms miss DC. It's fucking insane.
It's quite wild.
I mean, it's
But
a great place to
lightning will
live, I guess.
strike the living shit out of something if it's there at the inopportune time. They got something figured out in that little area.
It's almost like there's a dome.
Now you've seen ding.
Dum, dum,
Now
dum,
you've
dum.
seen all those videos that I think it's this account called like Jesse Lynn. I don't know what the fuck it is. It kind of looks body, but they they uh they post the Doppler radars of like the entire America, like and right before it's like about to rain, there's like just these pulses that are just
Oh,
showed
yeah.
on like radar,
Into the Air is who I follow for that bullshit.
and they're just so prevalent. And it's like, why can't we get to the bottom of that? You've had legislation in place in other fucking states. It's clearly fucking happening. I
There's
really hope.
companies coming out clearly saying that they're
That's
doing
what I'm
shit.
saying. That this guy, I think this dude, that Rainmaker CEO, should have to fucking testify. He's making statements. It's interesting because like they're very unknown companies, but this is what they do. They make fucking rain, and they say it's to make the planet or wherever habitable. So I've told this to you, I believe, and probably said it on here, but my long-standing, real far out fucking conspiracy on it is that what if it just like literally can't even rain naturally anymore? And they've been doing this for so long that they've ruined the Earth's ability to even naturally produce rain. So they have to fucking do it artificially
Damn.
because it's been around a
That
while.
yeah, that
It's
may
been
I
around
mean,
for like
and if
50,
we're just
60
finding
years.
out about it now, it's probably been around
Right.
for 50, 60 years.
Mhm.
That's fucking interesting.
I just thought that the tagline of this company that's not really that well known, who's now probably going to come into the forefront because of the thing that happened in Texas, and they're going to be like, "Oh shit, we were there." No, we definitely flew planes there. With drones, actually, drones.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Yep,
Fucking
drones.
drones. These fucking drones, man. These drones are
Um,
really going to be the death of people.
yeah, oh yeah, just death by drone.
Legitimately. Like, they already are.
DBD,
And
baby, DBD. I see that. I see me going out like that in like 30 years. D by D, just fucking going down swinging.
oh,
Fuck you,
for sure. Just
DBD.
blowing them all up, man.
It's like this is it. The swarms
I'm
here.
going down in a hellfire, motherfucker.
Konnichiwa. That's not even Mandarin. I gotta learn Mandarin still. I still haven't learned Mandarin. Um, Yeah, there's a lot of shit that people have like had said about it, and it's like way far out there. But when you get shit on the record of Congress, and I'm telling everyone's always say, "Oh, I saw another chemtrail, chemtrail, chemtrail." I'm like, it's literally happening. They probably pay people or other, airline industries, whatever, the payloads to drop this shit where they need to fucking drop them. It's it's
Yeah.
it's easy.
What do you think they do with the fucking empty seats? Let's add some more fucking cloud seaters. That'll get us. That'll make us some money.
Yeah, exactly.
Like what? No, the fact.
They
Okay,
have
so you said that bringing it in Congress means something, but it really fucking doesn't.
I don't know. I'm not just saying that, but just for the average, I don't want to say it's going to do anything. Like they won't actually do anything just to have it in front of Congress, but it will force a video. It will force me, or I will force other people that refuse to believe this type of thing in my fucking life. Just like, there you go.
All the
Listen to
people
what
that
that
I
guy
got in an
said.
argument on Twitter with.
Yeah,
Here's your fucking proof, asshole.
there you go. There you go. That guy's literally saying he's doing exactly what I said they have been doing, and guess what? There's like 100 people dead. Yep.
Oh, I think I
Don't ask
bookmarked
the
that tweet.
pediatrician. Don't ask the pediatrician. But yes, there are people dead because this cloud's and their tagline, their tag or whatever credo is making making the world habitable.
Yeah,
That
I don't.
that is striking to me.
Yeah,
To my long-standing theory that it could be possible that we've never had natural rain in the last maybe 30 years, 20 years. They
I
fried it
I
out during
I
the
don't really
90s.
I don't necessarily agree with that around here, only because we have that big body of water right there.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean, naturally, you're right. It could be other places.
yeah, like like the flooding zone. That's probably true. I would say over all of the dry areas, that's probably true. I mean, there's so many things of like okay, something that
But if
I've
they
thought
had the
about,
power to do this, why wouldn't they just do it at the places that have droughts? Because they don't know what the fuck they're
dude.
doing. They're
Yeah,
overcharging it.
yeah. I mean, I wish I was smart enough to give you an answer, but I don't know the dynamics of any of this, to be honest.
This is one of my,
And I
it's
think
one of
that's
the hills I
and I
die on.
think that's a problem. I think that we have gone our fucking education system has gone so low that we don't know what the fuck is around us anymore. B, the technology is going much faster than we can realize that we can't comprehend of what the fuck we're doing as we're doing it. And
Hmm.
that scares the shit out of me because these scientists that we fucking call that have all of the fucking information, yeah, they're killing people. So are we gonna really follow these fucking scientists? Or are
And
we
these are
gonna
just the
fucking
things
figure
that
out
we
our own
find
shit?
out too. These are just the things that we find out, the scraps that you get
Yeah.
at the puzzle. Why things become conspiracies to begin with is because there's a lack of transparency, there's a lack of disclosure.
Yes.
So it leaves room for like, well, how far does it go? Like, you know what I mean? I always talk about the conspiracy spectrum.
Yeah.
How far into it? Is it completely don't believe it, completely believe fact, or way the fuck out there that everything about that is fucking bullshit? Um, and the spectrum that you can do on these are just interesting to me because it is now once again getting to the disclosure point of it
Yep.
to where like, oh, the guy who runs a cloud seeding company has to make statements to be like, we left 2 days before, but you were there
Yeah.
3 days before, 4 days before, 5 days
Yeah.
before. You were doing it constantly. You see them here everywhere. You see them
Everywhere.
everywhere. You see them, they come 2, 3 days later. There's a tornado in the Finger Lakes region today.
Get the fuck out
Um,
of here.
they were going bananas over the weekend. You saw them all weekend long. It was beautiful blue skies. They'd come out. They had the late releases. I'd call them. Those are the 100 200 milligram late releases, and they you know flew over on the third, flew over on the fourth, flew over on the fifth, and then I think what's today? Today's the seventh, right?
Yes.
Those were real late releases. They didn't really have much over the weekend, and then all of a sudden it just it didn't actually it wasn't bad where I was, but south of here got
Well,
pegged.
what I was just mentioning to T Rex, Like, I look at the weather every day because of my garden, so I need to know whether I water it or not.
It said it was supposed to rain
It
tonight.
was supposed to be severe thunderstorms for like half the day today. Then I look
Yeah.
at this morning. Oh, it's supposed to be sunny and beautiful all day. And now it was supposed to be sunny and beautiful all week. And now I look at it again. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, rain. Saturday's okay. Sunday, thunderstorm.
Late releases, more late
Fuck.
releases. So what's weird is that I don't know if it was just a bug, and if you go to like AccuWeather, if you go to these other places, that like if they just didn't change it from their earlier prediction, because it would show current radar,
Yeah.
and I kept looking at it, and I'd be like, "Here's the current radar, south, pretty wicked, but it passes through." And then as it gets into the future, so like an hour to 2 hours, 3 hours from the current time I was looking at it,
Mm-hmm.
it would then just go like it would kind of like puff out. It would
Ripple.
just be like, yeah, no, not even just that. It would just like there would be rain there. They're like, no, there should be rain here. Like it's not there right now, but it should be. And you could see it trying to like develop all day long. Again, now this could be just normal fucking weather if we live near a
Yeah.
fucking lake. But the odds of another tornado ripping through
That's
a
a
region that doesn't get it. It fucked up a house, dude. This is a house that's just totally old, probably 150-year-old house. Brick, big, and the
I
brick
thought
is
that's
still
why we
there,
lived in the
but
winter.
everything else was, yeah. I
Isn't that
mean,
why we live here? Is because we get the fucked up winters, but we don't get the tornadoes or the fucking bullshit hurricanes. We don't get all
yeah.
that bullshit. We get the
Or
fucked up winters.
you usually don't get flash flooding. You're supposed to get blizzards.
Yeah.
You're supposed to
But
be able to dig yourself out in a couple days before you go get the milk and eggs. And I tell you what, if you ever get a blizzard and there's no milk and eggs at the store, there's your revolution, buddy. There's your revolution around here, pal.
yeah,
And I'm like, got
good
any more
thing I don't
blue
have to
eggs?
go to the
Milk and
store.
eggs? Fuck yeah, you got the eggs.
I got
You
the
gonna make
eggs.
some bread?
Always.
You don't need bread.
I don't need bread.
You really don't need bread. You just need meat. You just need protein and a little bit of veggie fruit. Not even. It's a little bit of fat. And
Gotcha.
you get the fat from the meat. But I mean, you're a carnivore. If you eat just straight off the
Technically, I'm
land
an
that you live on, you
omnivore,
you are an omnivore a bit. Yeah,
but you could
I,
be
I'm
just a
I'm more of a
carnivore.
I'm more a carnivore. Um,
Okay.
I'm gonna put this out there. I love grains. That is my. I know it's just it shouldn't count as a vegetable. You know what I mean? It's a plant for sure. But like, I don't really eat fruit. I don't really eat veggies. I eat meat and grain and a lot of milk, and that's I think that's a common thing for most men. So
I think you should join the America Party. It sounds pretty American.
I feel as if I should be an American. I ate 4 hot dogs on the 4th of July.
Fuck, I missed. Oh, well, I don't think you had it because it was supposed to be at
We did not
Thanksgiving.
have that. We did not have it. We're gonna postpone that until we can all get together later on in the summer, and then do a contest so you can defend your title.
Okay. Not much of a defense, but all right.
I think I got you.
Okay, you ate like two.
I'm not the same man I was a year ago.
I highly doubt that you can out eat me in a
If we
hot dog
do,
eating
if we do
contest.
Nathan's,
I got you, bro.
you probably still got me, but I could probably get closer to you. I could probably only be like a dog or two behind. I'd be like a dog or two. I'd say my spread between me and you would be like 1.5 to 2.
What's the odds on that? Because I'm taking that in the comp.
Minus 150, so you
Fuck
can't
you.
take it.
That's
Sorry.
bullshit.
That's the line. Sorry. Sometimes they have shit lines. Take it. Can't take it.
I'm taking you minus 10 hot dogs. Give me a plus 500.
Minus 10 hot dogs.
Minus 10 hot dogs. You're going to be minus 10 of me.
Minus 10. You're
Yeah.
gonna eat 10 more hot dogs than me.
Yes.
Okay. All right. That won't happen. But yeah.
Did
Take it in
last
the
time.
comp. Take it in the comp. You did not eat 10 more. You did not. You ate
I
12.
totally destroyed everybody. I stopped eating because everybody wasn't even, they were all just, I'm just eating my hot dog.
You ate 7. And I think I ate like
Destroyed.
3.
I stopped eating.
Well, yeah, exactly. It was only 4. You're not gonna eat 10 more fucking hot dogs than me.
Nathan's? Okay.
All right. Oh, what did you eat last time? Zweigels?
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta stop doing this vodka contest.
That was way too expensive to be.
They are expensive, and they're just the pop up. It's just they don't. Yeah, you can't house those.
No.
What else we got for news here? We don't do too long of episodes anymore. You know, we don't.
We didn't talk about the America Party and Elon being a fucking moron.
Well, okay, that's one way to look at it. I could look at it as that I never trusted him to begin with, and I thought it was a bad look that he was around, and then that he leaves and he does this whole thing, and it was like there is an America Party. It's called the Libertarian Party. And if they could get a good enough fucking person to run for president, like, I don't know, maybe Dave Smith, I would vote for that guy or
Yeah.
anyone else that was a okay, fucking let the redheaded libertarian from Twitter fucking run for president for all I care. If you get someone who is basically going to be the America Party is the Libertarian Party. They're literally taking we're very strong Second Amendment. We're going to be big on crypto, defund everything, really stick up to like, small limited government. Like that's, I mean, they're just hawking the Libertarian Party's probably agenda and making it more Elon
Yeah.
centric. Everything that it could twist the narratives of like true libertarian principles into an Elon libertarian. It's I can't think of it. Elonitarian. It's Elon. They might as well call it the Elonitarian Party.
The
So
Elonites.
yeah, I don't. We need another third party. No, what we actually need is like 8 parties. We need like
Yeah.
10. Like
Yeah.
we need as many as possible because of the point that I was making earlier was that everybody has completely different reasons why they're voting. So if you were able to be like a ranked choice voting where it's like, well, I'm going to rank the guy that I really like, but he might not even be able to win. But these are the guys I really don't like. I'm going to put them at the bottom. These are some other people I like. They're up here. That to me, you can only do outside of obviously the duopoly. And I like the I like the point that Elon is making,
The
but
monopoly.
I don't trust him to
Oh no,
be
you can't trust
I
him.
don't trust him to be able to be the one to be like, oh yeah, he's gonna run the he's not American. So it's like, no, again, fuck off. Just make rockets and Teslas. Like be the richest
Without
man
our
in the world.
taxpayer money.
It's scary about how powerful he is though. It's like,
Well, that's the big thing for
who do
me
you
is
turn to?
yeah. The
You know what I
big
mean?
thing for me is that he built his billions off
Maybe
of our
Bezos.
taxpayer money.
Yeah.
All of the
Oh, for
subsidies that
sure.
he got from Tesla and SpaceX was taxpayer dollars being paid to him so that he could buy Twitter so that he could make this America Party when he's a foreigner on a visa. I don't know. I don't think he's a citizen yet. So he's one of these H-1B visas or whatever bullshit.
I mean, that part I don't
And
really give a fuck about, but it's just the
evidently he's
fact
going
that
to
he
get
shouldn't
amnesty.
be.
So fuck it, right? What the fuck?
That's the other thing. I just don't know what this whole reversal thing's happening. And I will say one thing after this bong hit, bull hit, I deserve a shot for that. I I think it's hilarious that some of the influencers that went to the White House and got the binders of the Epstein files,
Yeah. Oh my god, dude.
and they
Binder
walked out
gate. Binder gate.
and they just held him out. They held him out like not Winston Churchill, but the guy before, Neville Chamberlain. I have the treaty signed by Hitler that says there will be no war. Then he invades Poland. And it's like
Well, that's.
these this is
Do you want to go by their narrative or the
okay.
actual?
All right. Well, either way. I mean, there's enough footage of a
Yes, the
lot of
war
things.
pops off. You are correct. Yes.
So anyways, these guys out there holding their binders up, and it's like nowadays you look at them, they're
That didn't
most
age
of
too
them.
well.
No, most of them are actually pretty pissed.
Why
Like
are they
they're like,
pissed?
well, because they're made fools of. I mean, they literally came
They
out and
still
they're
haven't
like,
released the fucking shit that was in the binder. So Fuck you. I don't give a fuck. You're a grifter. You did it for the money.
Oh, but
Go fuck yourself.
you understand what it was. It was phase one was that we do have them. We have them. They're coming out. Don't worry. Like hype everybody up. Like we're gonna like you're in on it. Like, we're gonna get you. It was basically the hors d'oeuvres.
Yeah.
It was the cocktail party before the dinner. And then when they walked into the dinner, they go, "It's been canceled. There was no dinner, you fucking fool. Go home to your
Go eat the
shanties.
sandwiches out of the
Go,
dumpster.
go. Yeah, no, just go fucking fend for yourself." I mean, classic. These people got played. I mean, it's funny because the left also gets like just they're so just dumb. Like all of these influencers are the same types of people. They really
Yeah.
are. You
They're
could
all the same
agree with
people.
the one side. You could agree with the one side more than the other, but like you know these
They're all
people that are
paid by
just
the same people, the Jews.
right. Well, they're just all paid by they're paid by the administration,
Sorry,
which
they're
some of
paid
them
by APAC. Sorry.
no
Through
no.
USAID, AID, which is now defunded and shut down.
See,
Sure.
some of them are not. Some of them are definitely not, and
Oh,
those
sorry,
ones are pissed.
TPUSA, which is also funded by USAID, which is the Republican side of it. So yeah, they're all bought and paid for, including your
So there's
man
no
Alex
uniparty.
Jones. What?
But there's no uniparty? But there's no uniparty?
There is a uniparty. Everybody's bought and paid for. Everybody.
So I'm saying
Even
that
the
that's
social media influencers are bought and paid by everybody. You thought your Alex Jones was not a Mossad? Guess what? You're wrong. You
oh,
thought
that's
Ian
such a
Carroll was
bad
your
take.
fucking buddy? Nope.
Oh, I don't like him. I
He's
don't like that
fucking
guy.
he doesn't blink.
He doesn't blink. Yeah, that's he might be AI.
I don't think he's AI because he's been on these others. Well, I mean, these other people are Mossad too, so it could be. Who knows?
You think everybody is Mossad. That's the problem. It could be.
Because they
You think of it
are.
like a you think of it like a plague that'd be like almost like I consider it to be like in the Matrix when Smith just keeps cloning himself basically. So it's
Yeah.
essentially it's like once you get hooked into it, you're just a part of it. There
Yes.
is you are the one. You're not the one, but you're part of the Smith
Yes.
race. So that is
Blood in, blood out, brother.
I think it is more there is some in, but the majority of them are almost just like paid to be on this. I don't know. Some of them I just truly believe are not, but you know, Alex Jones to me today when he was talking, I watched a little bit of it, and he's already been swaying away from Trump and him and Tucker Carlson pretty hard. They have their own allegiances elsewhere. I don't think that they're Mossad.
Tucker's paid by
I,
Saudis.
right. I think that's probably the side
Jones
that
is Mossad. 100%.
I
100%.
don't know. I don't know.
100%. Same with Massey. You see him coming out and speaking up against these people, but
I don't think Massey
his
took any
appearance
APAC money
complete
though.
Massey doesn't take APAC money, but his whole appearance changed, so I don't know what the fuck happened there. Like,
His
did you
wife
just get
died.
okay, so you get plastic surgery and change your whole fucking face?
Well, he also had a beard. I don't know.
Okay,
That
so
was
he
the only
grew a
thing I had
beard,
noticed.
lost fucking like 40, 50 pounds, and reconstructed his chin. Are you fucking kidding me? All while his wife died?
I mean, he's a weird dude. Not
Or
saying
is
I'm
he
actually
not
a
a
fan
dude
of
at
his
all?
personally. Oh, you think really? You think Massey is a
I
mammy?
think Massey's a clone.
Mm. You think he's a Smith?
I think yes, I think that there are things above our comprehension that are happening now in the midst of everything that we have
Yeah.
no explanation for, and soon I hope, but probably not because this accountability thing is not working, but soon I hope all of this will be disclosed, but who the fuck knows? Oh, there goes our YouTube viewer. Probably just got kicked off
That's
YouTube. Talking about
that's
the
not
Jews.
that's not gonna happen, brother. We're just gonna have to keep doing it.
Well, then that's the frustrating part because in my head, and I know it's fucking crazy in my head, but through the things that are just out in the open, you can deduce that the military has things that we can't comprehend. You
Yeah.
can
The
deduce that
technology is insane.
there's other things out there that aren't us that are
Whatever happened to
intelligent.
Whatever happened to the UFOs over Jersey?
Whatever happened to the Miami fucking mall? When people saw 9-foot creatures just appear and disappear. And there was supposedly video of inside the mall of everything going down. And then
But it's
that dude
gone.
just got ghosted. Like gone forever. What happened to that dude? What happened to the whole situation at the fucking Miami Mall when there was blocks and blocks of fucking police officers and fucking vans and fucking shit, just all their lights going and everybody running to this one section. And then there was a fucking video of this dude just hovering back and forth amongst these fucking group of cops. What happened to that? What happened to our fucking attention span? I am all for being a goldfish of letting things go, but this is fucking ridiculous. We had the
Yeah.
UFOs over Jersey that what the fuck happened? We don't know. The government doesn't know. Then they come out 6 months later, that was us.
Yep.
No repercussions, no accountability. Okay. We have the fucking Miami Mall where all of these cops were fucking in there. What happened to all those cops? Nobody's talking? Nobody's talking.
Yep.
All the people that were in the mall scattered. Nobody's talking? What the fuck happened? Was that
Yep.
AI? Was that just to stir the pot to see what the fuck happened? Were the UFOs
Could have
over
been
Jersey just to fucking stir the pot? Like what the
Project Bluebeam. You're a big Bluebeam
what?
guy.
Oh, Bluebeam. I'm
That goes right into the Smiths. That goes right into the Smith
yes,
series.
Project
Into the
Bluebeam.
Smiths
I think Project Bluebeam and MK Ultra has
and
taken
Flat
over this
Earth.
fucking country. Flat Earth is true, bro. As much as you
So
want
if
to
you
deny
believe,
it,
right, if that's there, right, if Flat Earth is there, then so must Project Bluebeam, so must MK, so much, man, not just MK Ultra, that could be there,
MK
but
Ultra is
so
there.
should
It's
a lot
fucking
of
in
other
the
things.
fucking files.
Yeah, that's real. I'm just saying, like, that's real. So I'm just saying, like, that's to me, that didn't belong in the same argument as the Flat Earth. Project Bluebeam and Flat Earth go pretty well together. So if you believe in the one theory, especially Flat Earth, you'd have to believe that there's something that they're projecting
Well, I
onto
mean,
us.
if you want to talk about Project Bluebeam and Flat Earth being true, then you look at Project Fishbowl. That's the same fucking
Yeah.
bullshit. That's fucking Flat Earth. They're trying to shoot the firmament for fucking sakes.
Hmm.
And
Antarctica.
then you look at SpaceX and they're trying to do the same fucking shit. And you saw the actual one actually hit the firmament and blow the fuck up. And nobody was like, "Oh, the spaceship exploded." Yeah, okay, it hit a fucking shield over up there. You fucking idiots. And then you got Antarctica, where we can all be at war and risk nuclear destruction amongst this whole fucking world, but we all have a treaty of we're not going to go on this fucking place. Why?
Yeah.
Why is that? And what did Sergeant Byrd actually see when he went down to Antarctica? Because that's documented. And he's a sergeant in the army.
It's a pretty
And he
wild
has
story.
documentation saying that he saw other worlds over the ice wall. So these are just documented proofs.
Yeah.
And I'm just talking about. And I don't know if you can connect the dots. It has been lying to us. The entire world is in on its own game. All of these countries, we're never going to be nuclear destructed because we won't. And they're all being called by a higher power. And I just don't know who it is. And it could be human, it could be something else. And time will tell, I guess. At some
Time will
point, the
tell.
rapture has to come. I mean, if anything has taught me, it's that the Bible is true and they're all just waiting for the time. And I
Basic
think that's another
instructions before.
leaving Earth. And what do we do when we leave Earth? We just hop over the ice wall. Just a hop, skip, and a jump.
Just send me to the ice wall. I wonder how much it costs to get buried in Antarctica.
I doubt you could. That one kid that was circumventing the fucking globe, trying to spread awareness for cancer, landed in Antarctica, got arrested.
Well, yeah, he can't land in Antarctica. There's a treaty about it. You know.
So yeah, he got immediately. He landed the plane, got out of the plane, and arrested. That's how that
What's
works.
What's crazy for me to think about is that if we are just a ball, rolling around in the universe, is how, like, so think about the sun just as itself. The way we see it, the Earth could tilt like this, right, back and forth. This is one. It just doesn't make sense. This is the one thing that I could go flat Earth on. So if it goes back and forth and back and forth, but that's just the perspective that you would have from that angle of it. If the sun is a ball, and this is a ball, then if you just ended up over here underneath the fucking thing, it's still going to be the same fucking distance to
Yeah.
that ball because it's just a different side of the ball. That's I don't know. It's maybe it's just if there's a math major that can come on here, or physics major that can prove me wrong on that point, please do. I want to support you. I truly do. I believe there has to be some type of thing that says why they end up the way they do. The polls,
Poles are
like,
shifting too, if you believe in spherical Earth.
well, so that's the thing is if you have to believe somewhat in spherical Earth. You froze.
Not so much. You froze. I said I believe in
I asked you.
electromagnetism, not so much the poles.
Okay, electromagnetism is not so much the poles. That was good. That was a great time for it to glitch out. Maybe striking a nerve.
Uh, yeah. So I don't know. It's fucking. I believe that we've been lied to on a grand scale across the globe, and everybody in every country is now stupider because of it. And we don't have the. I mean, there's fucking documented proof of Abraham Lincoln's fifth grade fucking math problems, and he's doing calculus.
Yeah.
What are we doing in fifth grade now? Addition and subtraction?
Ah, I mean,
Maybe
who fucking
multiplication?
knows?
Like it's fucking it's abysmal of our.
Hey, my kid can count to six. He's only like 20 months. Just saying.
Okay, but you're gonna send him to public school.
We'll see. There's
Yeah,
time. Maybe public
there is
pre-K.
time. There is time, but I don't see.
Elementary schools, public schools for the most part. If you could find a good elementary school, it's like it's not that
That's
bad.
where all the pedos live.
It's the high schools. Well, they're not all pedos. Teachers. You think they're all pedos? See, this is the thing.
Not
You
all.
go a
No,
little too
no.
far
I'm not. I didn't
on
say
your
all of them. I said that's where
every
all the
single
pedos
this is
are.
well, no, they're everywhere. There's the ones that get brought up, and especially the ones like there was a local fucking guy was the principal. It's the person of the most absolute power.
Yep.
That guy. I mean, there shouldn't have been a freaking wood chipper slow enough for that fucking dude. Like, drop him in there at the
And he'll probably get
absolute
like 5 years.
slowest speed. Oh, he'll be in there for probably the rest of his life. He's older now. Could
Pedos
get
don't
let
get
go.
that fucking long time, man.
I mean, he did it for a long. He did a lot. I mean, it's a position.
Jesley Maxwell is going to get out in fucking like 15 years, and she trafficked
Well,
thousands.
but
So,
she didn't send it to anybody, so she's probably going to be out next week.
right?
She's
Doesn't that like completely absolve
she's
her?
she's literally going to be out next week. She's
Amongst all the illegals
she's
being getting
literally
amnesty, Jesley Maxwell is going to get freed.
she's literally the worst of the worst, and she is going to be out next week. Yeah. Because Epstein killed
Oh, I know
himself.
what we forgot about. Diddy got off. See what I did there? That's where we
Diddy
fucking.
got
That's what.
off.
Diddy
Do you want
got
to know
off.
why?
Why?
Yes. Let's close on a banger. This is good. You know why, right? Because of the district attorney, the prosecutor.
Oh,
Do you
the
know who the
Comey's
prosecutor
daughter,
was? Yes. Comey's daughter, who was also the prosecutor in the Epstein trial.
who was
Like,
also the prosecutor of
Ghislaine Maxwell.
Jesley Maxwell, and who also got all of those records sealed for fucking ever, so that they'll never come out.
James Comey. He was also was it CIA or FBI?
FBI
I think it
director.
was FBI. FBI director.
FBI director that
Former FBI director's daughter
yeah.
just so happens to become the lead prosecutor in these specific cases and then steals them.
Yeah.
And everyone's just supposed to go, yep, sounds
There
about
was
right
no
to me.
list.
Guess there was no list. Guess it was all just some bullshit
Yeah.
conspiracy theory, huh? Well, I guess we'll just move on. Hey, by the way, whatever the fuck I was just talking about. That is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
There isn't that many webs. There isn't the Charlie Day to this. They're all right there. We've talked about in this entire episode. They're all right there. And it all slings back to your middle fucking point. I'll let you say it.
What's my middle point? Hey, Corey Seager homered. Accountability.
You,
We need accountability.
we need accountability. We need people to be like, dude, no, like
Yeah.
something happened. And God bless the people like I believe it was Peter Ducey, and there was a few other people I don't recognize, but they were grilling the fucking press secretary today, being like, can you explain to us why Pam Bondi would tell us that she had the client list on her desk, but now
Yeah.
you're saying there is none? Because what she was saying was that she had the complete files. She had all the files on her desk. Like, no, that's not what she said. They're going to rewrite history.
They
They're going to
already
say
have.
there's no files. They're going to say he just totally committed suicide. You know what else they're going to say soon? Ready for this one?
I'm ready.
There was no island. There were no planes. There were no girls.
The fuck was he trafficking then?
We are living. No, I'm just saying. It's Orwell. It's Orwell.
Yeah, it is.
It's Orwell.
Fuck, man.
That's what we're living in right now.
But
We're just in the first
Diddy
state. We're
did
in
get
the first
7
stage of
years.
it.
Diddy did get 7 years.
7 years.
And he did not get the racketeering charge or the
years. Or
conspiracy charge.
The
He got
trafficking.
Yeah.
He didn't get those.
He didn't
He
get the
just got like
trafficking charge?
he just got like something like prostitution and like something else. It was a slap on the fucking wrist.
And what I don't
It was
understand is why can we watch
so
fucking
disappointing.
Johnny Depp and Amber Heard every second of that fucking trial, but one that actually matters, we don't get any fucking. We get the fucking what is the
Oh,
caricatures
it's
from the
civil.
fucking like what why did we have Johnny Depp and Amber Heard for a publicity stunt, and we can't have an actual court case?
It just reeks. It just reeks of full system corruption. It's pretty
And it starts at the top.
clear. Yeah, I mean it's just to me it's just pretty clear. It's a full system.
Fuck you to every single
You
person that voted
yeah,
for him.
like not even that. It's just like if you're not a part of the club,
You're
you
fucked.
don't really know what's going on. You don't really know. You don't really actually understand that there is a 2 to 3 tiered justice system in this country, which is geared towards the absolute bottom getting the worst part of it, the majority of the middle, and everybody else subject to it. And then the ones that don't get touched, or if they do, it's a little because if you and I would have been arrested for anything that that person have done, we're gone.
Oh yeah,
We're done. We're done for life.
gone.
Right. So that's where I'm like the absolute top class. It's time and time again, and everyone's like, "How does it happen?" It's like, well, to BJF's point, we don't fucking do anything about it.
Yeah,
Like there's literally like they just keep continuously getting away with these atrocities, and it's on both sides. I'll tell you what, man, this because you don't really, I mean, you seem like you've been on a little bit more recently, but this is sending some shockwaves through some people that are like, what the fuck? Like
yeah,
literally, we're just 180ing on everything. We're
yeah.
just gonna
That's
go right against what we talked about. Why? Like, oh, okay. And some
yeah.
people will just be like, okay.
Well, and then
Uh,
you go on Twitter.
It's like, what are you talking about? Like, literally, are you just not the same person you were 6 months ago?
Yeah,
Like,
for real. 6 months. It wasn't even
what do
that
you
fucking
mean?
long ago.
What are you talking about? Like, it's
Yeah,
literally, we went through 4 years of bullshit to get to the point of it wasn't going to be the same anymore for this type of shit. That we
and
are going to get
now it's the
answers, we
same.
are going to get transparency, and it's the fucking same.
It's the same. And you're
It's
just okay. So you're telling me outright that that you lied to us. Thanks for being transparent on telling me that that you lied to us. But can you do the
so
shit that you
bad.
fucking said?
Yeah.
because that's what I wanted the transparency on, of doing the shit you said, not the shit that you lied to us about.
We need Bruce Willis to save us from
Bruce Willis is not in his right
asteroids.
head. He has some Alzheimer's bullshit, and
I,
I don't think he's gonna save us, man.
I do know that he's not going to save us, but he's about to save the world here in Armageddon. It's classic. It's on AMC. The moment that it wouldn't have to necessarily ratify, like an Armageddon moment. It could be an Armageddon moment for Americans, for, like, let's just say, and we would be in on it, maybe, like a global catastrophe that happens, of, like,
A
mass
deep impact.
proportion. Yeah, like that, yeah, or a massive, volcano goes off,
Well, they're
and
already
we're
going off.
just, yeah, like we have some crazy shit happening underneath the earth. We could go into that. We could do an astro and try to find somebody on fucking the internet who's a crazy conspiracy theorist about the earth, and fucking get them on. There's a task. Um, but
Wait till Yosemite
um,
blows. We're all fucked. The whole
that's what I'm
world's
saying. Like,
fucked.
what if you say, yeah, it's like we're screwed. You're in, like, total winter.
Yeah.
We're sucking ash for a year. Like, you'd have to have a fucking bunker,
We're
like, or
still in the
something, or
we're in the kill zone, bro. Like,
it's
you
not
don't
really the
understand.
it's not really
We're
the kill zone, but it's
we're
like
in
you're
the
in nuclear
5-year
winter
kill
zone.
zone. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
like
will
you're in.
last 5 years.
Yeah, it's like you're gonna have to migrate. Like, you'll
Yeah,
have
you're
to,
you got to get the fuck out of here, and not
yeah,
like down the road. No, you got to get the fuck over the Atlantic.
gone. Yeah, like literally leave, find a
Yeah,
boat that's going over to
and
the
fucking
promised
get the
land.
hightail it out of here with what you can
I
carry.
think I think you might. Well, for the most part, you could probably. I'm telling you, dude, we should just invade Canada. Like, it'd be perfect because there is so much natural land. And if you just go up, like, so if you go up
Oh,
north
if you keep going
towards
up, you hit Mars.
you and your fucking flat Earth bullshit,
No, but seriously, that's where they record the Mars up things from, or is Canada. Way the fuck up in those choppy islands, like way the fuck up there.
Mars.
Yeah, the Mars rover, it's up in Canada.
Oh God. Okay, that's a good one. The Mars rover in Canada. There's no orange rock. I mean,
Bro,
there could be, but there's no dust in Canada.
you don't think we can filter shit like the capabilities of AI? Like, come on, dude.
You probably could.
And
I mean, if
actually,
we're this far in advance, you
the
probably could.
actually the one of the pictures from the rover matches the landscape of the one Canada hill like perfectly.
They
Some
could
of
be using that for inspiration and making that as backdrops.
100%. They could be. I'm just fucking spitballing here,
Yeah,
man.
that's a good. That's a. I mean, that's a good supportive theory that we haven't left the planet, and then that's a good supportive theory to that theory. Um, I mean, there's also a lot of shit up there. I mean, you know, again, the shifts of the planet from over time. Places were in different spots. They ended up certain places. If you believe in the rotating, what is it, geopolitical or geomagnetic north,
Yeah.
uh, that's rotated around a lot of different places up there. I feel
Well, I
as
think it's in Russia right now. I don't think it's like you think it's in the North Pole. I think the actual North Pole, I think, is in Russia. I think they've determined it's over in Russia.
I thought it was closer to the Canadian side, like one of those islands that you're talking about, like the Mars Islands,
I thought it was
because there's
over in like
crazy shit.
Siberia bullshit.
Could be. It's rotating like crazy. There's
Either either either
Ellesmere
way
Island.
is like if you believe in the pole theory, as soon as it gets to a certain point, and it's not even half, it's like a quarter of the way, momentum will just fucking, if you believe in this bullshit, because this is how your
It'll flip.
electromagnetism works, it'll get to like a quarter of a way and just have maximum velocity and fucking flink, and we're all fucked. Like
Yeah.
that's massive tidal waves in every direction that it's completely fucked. And
Yep.
no media sources talking about that as a natural disaster, climate change bullshit.
Yeah. It's
We're
because
just
it's a truly geophysical disaster.
Yeah.
So that I mean that in itself is that.
You
The
know why I
crazy
don't
thing is
concern
that
myself with that?
you know what it is? Humankind has lived through it somehow in the past
Yeah.
because these have probably been what the great floods have been. I don't know if it's happened as much, but it could be. I mean, or throughout time, the poles just shift. How do we know what it was like before we were really on this planet? Do they know if the poles would shift? What caused floods? You know,
God. That's why we have
act of God.
rainbows.
God is a magnet.
You never know.
Would he
That's where
stop it? Like
I don't know what he's thinking.
he would go,
Or
okay, here we
she.
go. Earth's about to tilt over again, but they got pretty far this time. I think I'm gonna
Nah.
I
Let's see
think I'm
where
gonna save it. I think I'm gonna save this one. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see.
I
Let's see.
I told
Should I
you from
save
the
this one?
beginning. My fucking theory from the beginning of reading the fucking Bible is that God is just playing fucking Sims. And he's growing in age as God does, because when he first started, it was Adam and Eve, and he said, "You ate the fucking apple. Get the fuck out of my town. Destroy the town." All right, let's start up new. All right, we got 4 people now. We got the 2 people and the 2 sons. Oh, the one dude killed the other dude. Okay, go fuck yourself. Start over. All right, now we got these whole bunch of people. All right, they're not listening to me. You build a boat. I'm going to save you and your family and all the animals. Fuck everybody else. All right, reset. All right, now these fuckers are just.
You think these are? You think it's just one person though? Just one God?
I am wrestling with that fact as we speak. I
Because
don't know
I
because
can't know. I don't know how
the
you'd explain unless it's God with Project Bluebeam, with it really not being the fact that we are on a planet with other spiritual entities that come from other planets or other
correct.
universes, and
Well,
those are gods. Like those
the
are considered to be the
the thing that
gods.
has me is that in the Bible, God Himself says, "I am a jealous God."
So he's
Uh,
one of them. He's probably the most
yeah,
powerful. He's
that's
the
what I'm
most
saying.
powerful. He's the main
He's the
player
main
of the
guy.
game.
He's the head guy.
He's the
He's
head guy of the
Zeus.
game. Yeah.
He's Zeus of all the entities. He's Zeus, and that's what I gather out of it. Is that
Yeah.
there's other fucking ones that are not so
There's the
good.
big one. There's the
He's
big
the
one.
big one. He's the one that makes all the fucking decisions. He's the one that's fucking guiding Truman through his fucking show.
That's a good one. That's a really good reference. Yeah.
But I really I don't understand. I really don't understand where this world is going. And the only way that I see it is the rapture. And I mean, I just had my son, and it's really depressing to
God
think about
just
it like that.
snaps his fingers and just goes,
I kind of hope that it is like that, and this BBB and all these grifters on the fucking internet are right. And like, eventually, one day, I'm just going to wake up, and we're going to be in the golden age of America, and we're all just going to be prosperous. But the way it's looking is that I'm going to get fucked, and I need to find some
we're all going to be
farmland for cheap
surveilled.
so
Yeah.
that I can get my farm going so that I can sustain myself without worrying about anybody else. And it turns out that your wife who doesn't want to go in on that, so she wants to go to the big cities and be around people. She can go ahead and do that. Just know I'll be on my farm, and when shit goes south, y'all can come south too. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Um, but yeah, I don't.
It's
I need to get the fuck out of here. I need to get on my own land, and I need to stop paying attention to this shit because it's not good for me, and I know it.
no, it's not good for anybody. That's why it's meant to keep people miserable, mad at each other,
And I
confused.
could be nothing
You
but
know,
different from that because I love people. I absolutely love people, and
most people are great.
my wife hates that I love people, but people are fascinating, and it could be the dude at the fucking checkout counter. You don't know him. He don't know you.
Hmm.
But he may say something funny.
Yep.
Just take that in. Just take that in. Laugh, giggle. He could have completely different views from you. He could be a transgender. He could be whatever the fuck you are against. It doesn't. Not saying that I'm against those people, but he could be completely different from your way of life. Cracks a joke, you laugh, and you had a wholesome little moment, and that's the
Yeah,
connection that we need as a human
that
race.
is the human connection. I
And
had it at
that's
Target the other day.
yeah.
So Target the other day, was this lady was probably in her late 50s, early 60s. She's just starting to ring out the beer. This was July 3rd, I believe. Third or no, July 2nd. July 2nd? Yes, July 2nd. Anyway, whatever. And I'm getting up there, and all I'm getting is a birthday card and a gift card because I couldn't find really anything else I was going to get SP for his birthday. So I'm like, well, I'm here. I'm gonna hop over. Mall was there. Dick's was there. I can get some Bill's shit.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm going out and I have my card, and she just holding this beer up. She looks up here. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that if you could have just. I'm like, don't worry about it. You're fine. I don't care. It's what I get. Last minute. Brother's birthday's tomorrow. I'm here buying a card. You're good. She goes, okay. Well, thanks. And I was like, looks like a pretty fun party. It's like, yeah. It's like, yeah. I mean, we're I got pretty tuned up last night, but it's the third tomorrow. We go harder for the third. It's like, yeah. We're not really celebrating too much. Just had a quick, 2-3 minute conversation with this lady while she's just pulling up this racks of beer, which is usually me.
Been
And
there. Been there.
not a 6-year-old woman. But
Well,
I'm
hey.
there getting a birthday card and a gift card.
Jesus.
Hi. She's just pulling this beer off like and I was like, this lady is basically like probably someone else's mom who's a lot like me because she's a mom that's a lot like my mom. And I was like, this lady, she was a little haggard, but funny because she was just saying like, and she could tell she was definitely hungover. Probably retired from some public job. Who knows? God knows what. She's probably a teacher.
But with that fantastic story, I have to go feed a baby. So
Is it time already?
it
Man,
is
that's
time
insane.
already. So pour your
Hey,
last shot. That's
oh, I do have to pour a shot. Yep. Get
that's not a
that
bad way
there.
to end it with a nice wholesome story of human connection. Way to go,
It
Johnny
is.
English.
We'll all have a human connection story. I mean, I have human connections all the time. I'm not just saying like that. I'm off camera. You can't see it. I'm being sincere. I go out. I have to
Oh
go
shit.
into public places. Today was another great example of humankind. Let me tell you this at the range. I went to the range today on lunch. All right. I
Yeah.
never hit out of the grass. I usually just go to the range like everybody else and just hit off the mats, but I'm not getting the true practice that I need hitting off the mats with my wedges, with the 56, with the gap. So I was like, I asked the guy at the counter, I was like, do you guys still do grass? He goes, yeah, just walk past like the simulators on the left, walk out the door, up the side of the fence, and you'll see it. So I was like, okay. I hadn't done it before. I go through, I see, I'm like, all right, right around here. I'm like, man, this grass looks like shit. It's like literally someone's backyard. And I was like, no, some of the courses I play aren't that great. So bug it. So I start chipping and I was there for like a couple minutes and I hear some guy goes, hey, my man. It was just the guy that worked there. And I was like, yeah, he goes, that's not the course. Go further back over by where you see the yellow, whatever, the strip of it. I was like, oh, I'm like over there. He's like, yeah. He goes, that's yeah. He goes, just keep it over the middle. Just like that's where you want to go. Because I see it was like all just shit. And I'm like, thanks,
All
bro.
right.
And I go over there, and it may be 40 to 50% well. I'm so bad at chipping. So, but it was like the first few times I'm like, I do usually end up in the woods or whatever. I'm like, it's nice to be able to kind of chip. And again, some of the courses aren't as good,
And
but
you froze. There it goes.
yeah,
All
you're
right.
frozen on my end. All right. On
Still,
that note, you have to go feed a baby. Nope,
I
you're
have to
good.
be baby. Cheers. Thanks for
Cheers,
hanging
brother.
out with us.
Love you all. Be kind to thy neighbor and take it
Go
easy.
have a human interaction.
Take it easy.
Peace.